When the first class upper limit 20 which is carry for the next second class for 20, then that is a exclusive data. Arithmetic formula symbolically x bar. So sigma fx divided by capital letter N. According to formula, I just want to take the summation for all this together. I want to add. Finally, I am getting 1881. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Natesh, lecturer in commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. So in the last section, I did a few problems for arithmetic mean. In this today session, Unit 1, we are in the session 2. Today my agenda is a mean related problem. We will try to solve more and more problem together. So the first problem, the following data give the age of mother at the time of giving birth to their first child. Okay, so find the arithmetic mean by using a direct method. So direct method is symbolically when we are writing arithmetic mean x bar. So x bar is equal to sigma fx divided by capital letter N. So sigma fx, according to formula, whatever it is there, we need to calculate. Okay, the N is a frequency total, the number of observation. Okay, the total of frequency when we are taking together summation, so that is capital letter N. Okay, because which is a group data. But in this problem, we are not supposed to do the problem directly, because this problem is looking like a inclusive data. Inclusive data means what? So the first class, second class, this is first class, second class, third class, fourth class, fifth class, sixth class. There are 6 classes are given. So according to 6 class, there are 6 frequency also it's given. Now first class, if you take example, the lower limit is 18, upper limit is 20. Upper limit is 20. When the first class upper limit 20 which is carry for the next second class for 20, then that is a exclusive data. But in this case, it is the first class upper limit is 20, but second class lower limit is 21. So we can't do that problem. So we try to convert. How it is conversions process? See, from the lower limit you need to subtract 0.5, and upper limit we need to add for 0.5. In this case, okay, the lower limit, okay, from this lower limit 0.5 you have to subtract, and upper limit if you try to add 0.5, then it is easily converting for exclusive method. In the coming slides it is clear. So the calculation of arithmetic mean by using a direct method, because the question is clearly specified. So the first whatever it is given as it is, I have written, because it is inclusive data 18 to 20, 21 to 23, and 24 to 26, 27 to 29, 30 to 32, 33 to 35. It is inclusive data. Now I just want to convert. Now it is looking like a continuous series. Continuous series means where you can find open lower limit as well as upper limit, then it is looking like a continuous data. So what I can do now here? Now I am doing here from the lower limit and upper limit. This one is upper limit. So from this lower limit, I just want to subtract 0.5. If you subtract, I am able to get 17.5. So from the upper limit, I am just adding for 0.5. If I had 0.5 add, so I will get 20.5. So if you take for next class, the upper limit whatever I am getting from the first class which will carry for the next class is a lower limit. You can check it out here, it is lower limit. Now 20.21 minus 0.5, if you subtract, you are getting same thing, 20.5. So see, the first class you are getting 20.5. The first class whatever you are getting upper limit is 20.5, which is carry for the second class is a lower limit. Okay, so if you try to convert all conversions process, if it is completed, now second, the frequency it is given in the question, we don't want to bother because directly it is given in the questions. Now as according to formula sigma fx, x is missing here. What to do? So midpoint, how to find out midpoint? The midpoint formula, midpoint is equal to lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Okay, I am able to get midpoint. Midpoint is nothing but x series. Now with the help of x series only we are trying to do the problem. Now lower limit is 17.5. See, if you try to apply the same formula here, 17.5 plus 20.5 divided by 2, I am getting a mid value 19. Okay, the same thing, same procedure will follow for 20.5 plus 23.5 divided by 2, I am getting 22. So 22, all the midpoints, once I am getting the midpoint value, now according to formula I need to multiply with the frequency. Frequency and x. F into x, if you multiply the first one 8 into 19, if you multiply 152, and 23 into 22, if you multiply you are getting 506, and 36 into 25, okay, 36 into 25 900, 7 into 28 196, 3 into 31 93, 1 into 34 34. Okay, so according to formula I just want to take the summation for all this together. I want to add, finally I am getting 1881. Once I am getting the sigma fx value, I can directly go for substituting this formula. X bar is equal to sigma fx divided by n. Okay, now the x series whatever I am getting, it is a 2-digit. Okay, for that reason I will try to solve in the step deviation or assume mean value, assume arithmetic mean. Okay, so 1881 divided by 72 frequency whatever I am getting total together. So finally my answer is 24.12 year. The second problem in this session here, given the frequency distribution of the amount of money spent in a restaurant, find the arithmetic mean. The same formula either I can solve in the direct method or indirect method, but here they are not specified which method you want to follow. Always keep in your mind, if the set of data is given, one series number is given, means better it is calculate direct method. If the 2-digit or 3-digit is given, means better you need to calculate with the help of step deviation or mean value, assuming mean value method. So here frequency distribution of the amount of money spent in a restaurant. So whatever the set of data is given, so 0 to 0 under 300, 300 under 600, 600 under 900, 900 under 1200, 1200 under 1500. Okay, the total whatever it is, there are too many, how many class, 1 second class, third class, fourth class, fifth class, 5 classes of class interval is given. The respected frequency also given in the question, 4 9 20 11 6. The total if you together if you add, you are getting 50. Okay, so this is question I just specified here in the coming slide. Here see whatever it is given the class interval, it is looking, see under means actually you have to go for the left side. If you are trying to go for left side, so previous slide, see 0 under 300. So how I can write in the class interval, I will write like this, 0 to 300, the frequency is given 4. So 300 to 600, the frequency is given 9. So 600 to 900, the frequency is given 20. So 900 to 1200, the frequency is given 11. So 1200 to 1500, the frequency is given 6. Altogether, if I try to take the total of frequency, the capital letter N is equal to 50 I am getting. So in this case, the continuous data with the help of continuous data, I just want to find out the midpoint. The same formula, midpoint formula, same thing. So lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2, the first in the midmost, lower limit 300, lower limit 0 plus 300 divided by equal distance. Okay, if you try to do for applying this formula, lower limit is 0 plus upper limit is 300. divided by 2, my midpoint is 150. Now I have identified the midpoint is 150. Now second class, if I take a lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2, my midpoint is 450. So same thing, with the help of class interval, I find out the midpoint. Once I find the midpoint, I call it as an X series. Okay. So now according to formula, direct method, if you try to solve, so we need formula X bar is equal to sigma Fx divided by capital letter N. According to formula, whatever it is given, so I just want to find out. Now according to formula, Fx is there, so I just want to multiply the midpoint x and frequency. If you multiply 150 into 4, if I multiply, I will get 600. So 450 multiply by 9, I will get 4050, and 750 multiply with 20, I will get 15,000. Okay, and 1050 into 11 multiply, I will get 11,550. So 1,350 multiply with 6, I will get 8,100. So altogether fx total, if I take summation of fx, so I will get 39,300. Now once I get the 39,000 sigma fx value, I can solve this problem. How? Because here say sigma fx divided by n. So 39,300 divided by my total frequency is, call it as 50. If I try to calculate, okay, so here it is simply, I have elaborated here. This formula using the midpoint class, it has to be rewritten, shown in the above. We have discussed about how to find out the midpoint of a class. So there are frequency or total frequency are given. So the first frequency 4, second frequency 9, third frequency 20, fourth frequency 11, fifth frequency 6. So altogether if I take the total, my capital N is equal to 50. Okay, this is number of series. So now the same thing, X also mid value have found. Already I calculated the first mid value 150, second one 450, third one 750, fourth midpoint 1050, fifth midpoint 1350. Okay, so respected frequency either you can do for vertical format or horizontal format. So we are able to get 39,300. Okay, so in this case I have written a horizontal. So in the previous slide I have multiplied vertical. So just for understanding, okay, so I have written both vertical as well as horizontal. So arithmetic formula symbolically X bar. So sigma fx divided by capital letter N, same thing I have already shown in the vertical format. 39,300 divided by 50, if you multiply 786, you are getting arithmetic mean value. Okay, so we are trying to solve in the step deviation method. The step deviation formula I will write here. X bar is equal to A means assume mean. A means assume mean. So from the X series we can assume any value as assuming, and sigma fu dash divided by capital letter N into C. Okay, so A is assume mean. Sigma fu how you are getting? So same formula I have written here. U dash formula X minus A divided by C. Otherwise I can write like this, di is equal to xi minus A divided by h also class width, C also class width. Okay, so how we can solve together? So here there are A means assume mean, I have clearly explained here, and N is a total number of observation. Fi is equal to frequency of the respected class interval. H or C is a width of the class interval, and di is a deviation from the assumed mean. Okay, so any one formula you can apply for finding a u dash. So the given frequency distribution for the amount spent, whatever the problem we did for the direct method, now we'll try to do for in the step deviations method. Okay, so the formula, once again I'm writing formula, x bar is equal to capital letter A means assume mean. Okay, now sigma fu dash, sigma fu dash capital letter N into class width. A means assume mean, and sigma fu dash, how you are getting u dash, u dash is equal to from the x series minus you have to subtract assume mean divided by C, class interval. Each and every class is having a equal distance, means we need to apply for the C. Okay, so here in this set of data we are already located the midpoint value. Okay, so in the direct method the same thing, how we can write here 0 to 300. Okay, 300 to 600. So same thing. Okay, whatever we did in the direct method, the same thing we are writing here. And 600 to 900 and 900 to 1200 and 1200 to 1500, whatever it is there. So midpoint we are already located, we need to write one more time. If you want, you can do together, consolidate problem we can do. Okay, so midpoint, after locating, identify the mid value, now we have to apply for the u dash. So in this x series you can assume anyone is your assume mean. Okay, so the formula is simply here, clearly I have written x minus a divided by c. A place I have assumed in this 750. See, there are 1 2 3 4 5 numbers, means equally hard number it's there, so that I have identified 750 is my assume mean. Okay, assume mean 750 divided by C place, equal classes, each class are having a equal distance, like 300 0 to 300 difference, 300 to 600 300 difference. Okay, equal distance I am getting. So now we can try to solve from 150 minus 750, because I have assumed 750 is applicable for all the x series when you are subtracting. Okay, 150 minus, here I am writing here, see u dash, how we are getting. So x series here 150 minus 750 divided by equal distance 300. If you subtract, if you simplify, you are getting minus 2. Okay, and the same thing, 450 minus 750, 300 divided by 300 minus 1. The 750 minus 750 0 divided by 300 0. Anything if you take multiply with the 0, anything if you divide it by 0. Okay, and 1050 minus 750 divided by 3, we are getting plus 1, and 1350 minus 750 divided by 300, we are getting plus 2. So once we get the u dash value, because of the formula is consist of fu dash, now we need to multiply with the u dash into frequency. If you multiply u dash into frequency, okay, then finally we are able to get the fu dash. Okay, so minus 2 into 4 minus 8, because sign is okay, anything if you multiply with the minus into minus plus, if minus into minus into plus, if you multiply you are getting minus sign only. The sign is very important here now. Okay, so minus 1 into 9 you are getting minus 9, 0 into 20, plus into plus, okay, 1 into 11, plus 2 into 2 into 6, 12. Here the sign is minus sign and plus sign. If you subtract, which sign is having a more value? The plus sign. Okay, so here if you subtract, if you try to subtract from the plus value to minus value, you are getting 6. Okay, because the highest value coming from the plus series, minus series 17. Okay, here 23. The 23 minus 17 if you subtract 6. 23 minus 17 if you subtract, I am getting 6. Okay, using this information I try to solve this problem in the next slide. See, let A means I have already clearly specified assume mean. We have assumed for 750. Once again I am explaining here. Okay, explain the method of the calculating arithmetic mean using the assume mean method, or I can say it is a step deviation method. Okay, the formula is clearly specified. X bar is equal to A plus sigma fu dash divided by n into C. So in place of A, I want to write 750 because I have assumed 750. You can assume anyone. Okay, so according to formula I am substituting, and multiply C plus equal distance in the class 300 300 300. So I want to multiply with 300. So finally if I substitute, I will get 786 is an arithmetic mean value. The same problem we are using arithmetic mean using assume mean will the same thing whatever we are getting according to formula. Okay, we are I try to explain. See, let's assume mean of 750. Explain in the method of calculating arithmetic mean using the assume mean method. So the same arithmetic mean x bar is equal to A sigma fu dash divided by n into C 750. So assume in this problem we assume 750. That's what in the A place I am writing 750, and sigma fu in the previous slide we got around 6 after taking the together, divided by 50 is my frequency total. So multiply equal distance, I am getting 300. So if finally if I substitute, I will get the mean value 786 I am getting. So moving for the next question, the number of retail outlet and the number of salesmen visiting the outlet. So here there are one is class interval given in the more than 10. Okay, and the frequency is given in the cumulative frequency is given. Okay, it is class interval is given more than 10 and the cumulative frequency is given. Okay, so the first value whatever it is 60 and 55, so it is reducing from the first beginning. From the beginning it is reducing. Okay, so from the beginning it is reducing means first one 60 and 55 45 30 50 5. Okay, the same thing when you are taking for class interval, here we need to convert for class interval class interval also want to convert, and the cumulative frequency also want to convert. So how we are converting? Whatever it is there in the question as it is I am written here. Okay, so the conversions process very simple. More than means always it is sign, more than it is looking like a forward direction. When forward direction means in front of the 10 there is a value for upper limit. Now you have to consider the 10 is a lower limit, and what is the next value for upper limit. So here the 10 is 10 to 20. Now 20 is a upper value. Same thing for apply for the second class. Here more than 20, more than 30, more than 40, more than 50, more than 60. In front of the whatever it is there, you have to write a forward value like upper limit. So first class 20, second class 20 to 30, 30 to 40, third class, fourth class 40 to 50, fifth class 50 to 60. Once we converted a class interval. Okay, now look at this. In this question they given in the cumulative frequency question is given. Now I just want to do the problem with the help of frequency. I want to convert here. Okay, how we can convert? The conversion process very simple here. The first frequency whatever it is given, so first frequency 60 minus second class second frequency I want to subtract. Now 60 minus 55 if you subtract, you are getting 5. The same thing from the second class 55 minus third class frequency. Okay, 55 minus third class frequency 45. If you subtract, I am getting frequency 10. The same procedures want to follow for all the classes. So 45 to 45 minus 30, 15, 30 minus 15, 15, 15 minus 5, 10. Once we converted, now finally we are considering this is your class interval. Class interval, this is your frequency. With the help of class interval and frequency, we are trying to solve the problem. Okay, so already we got, see, the conversions are done, and even with the help of class interval we need to locate the midpoint. Again I am repeating the formula for finding the midpoint. Midpoint is equal to lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. lower limit is 10, as it is I am writing here, lower limit 10, upper limit 20. 20 I am writing, divided by 2. So 10 plus 20, 30. 30 divided by 2, I am getting midpoint value 15. 15 I am writing. The same thing, same classes, the same procedure, same formula want to identify, calculate. So if you calculate, you will get the midpoint value. Same thing, 30, 20 plus 30, 50, 50 divided by 2, 25. So 30 plus 40, 70, 70 divided by 2, 35. So 40 plus 50, 90, 90 divided by 2, 45. So 50 plus 60, 110, 110 divided by 2, 55. Now once you are getting the X series value, now we can go further. Okay, now see the number of frequency already in the question they given cumulative frequency. Now with the help of cumulative frequency, we converted this value 5, 10, 15, 50, 10. Okay, the same thing I want to write, I want to consider when I am trying to do the problem. The same frequency I have already written here. Now because of assume mean or step deviation formula is very simple here, already written a plus sigma fu dash divided by n into c is a class width, equal width. I am getting 10, 10, 10, 10. Always the 10 I am getting, that is equal distance I am getting in this. Okay, so I can simplify in a place assume in whatever I have assumed in this X series. One, there are how many value? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 value means hard numbers. So there is I located assume mean is in 35. You can assume anyone, any value from the X series you can assume. But I have observed, I just found here the hard number is given. So I have located for 35 is an assume mean. So once assumptions based 35 I am writing a plus I am writing 35 plus the same sign sigma fu dash. According to sigma fu dash I didn't get till now. Now I want to go further. So before that I need to calculate u dash. U dash formula, it's very simple. U dash is equal to X series minus A divided by C. I have already written A plus I have assumed 35. So from the X series 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, I have assumed 35. So 15 minus 35 divided by 10 if you do, I will get minus 2. Okay, so same thing, 25 minus 35 divided by 10 if I try to calculate, I will get minus 1. 35 minus 35, 0, 0, anything if you divide by 0, you are getting 0 answer. Okay, the same thing, 45 minus 35, okay, plus 10 divided by 10, I am getting 1. So 55 minus 35, 20, 25 divided by 10, I try to calculate, I will get 2. So once I get the u dash, I just go for according to formula, multiply with the frequency. Once I multiply the frequency, I will get, okay, minus 2 into 5 minus 10, minus 1 into 10 minus 10, 0 into 15 0, plus 1 to 15 plus 15, 2 into 10 I am getting 20. Now total, the plus category, minus category I am getting minus 20. Okay, so plus category I am getting plus 35, here minus 20. So from this plus sign is more, 35 minus minus 20, if I subtract, I will get plus 15 I am getting. Now after getting this plus 15, I want to simplify how, according to formula whatever it is there, a plus 35 sigma fu plus 15 divided by n plus n, how you are getting the total of frequency. Already we did many problem. The total of frequency here 55. Okay, so after getting the n value, now we need to substitute simplify sigma fu plus 15 divided by n plus I am writing 55 into C plus I am writing equal distance width 10 10 10 I am getting the 10. So again I can, if finally if I substitute this value, I am getting 37.73. that is arithmetic mean of the number retail outer visit by each salesman. Okay, 37.73. Keep on watch for next session. Thank you.